Alrighty, it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, the 28th of May. And again, we're behind 414 North 5th Street, where I dug this pit out not long ago. Early square stone liner from the 1850s and 60s. And yesterday late I probed out this round stone liner. I'm only down about 3 foot, but so far it's 1890s stuff. A lot of oysters. So that's usually a good sign. So far a broken ketchup and a broken mustard. I guess that goes with the oysters, I'm not sure. Anyway, we just hit a use layer late last night, where most of this stuff came out of. Probe goes down to at least 8 foot, and like I say, we're about 3 foot into it. So hopefully we'll get her dug out today, filled in today, take home bottles today. That's the plan for today. Pretty simple. Well, once again, it's Friday the 29th at about 9:30. I enlisted the aid of my neighbor Johnny to pull the bucket for me today, as he did 2 hours yesterday, which was a great help. Once again behind 414 North 5th Street. And it rained pretty good last night, so I'm so happy we tarped it up, covered it up. Everything looks nice and dry. And we should have 4 or 5 hours of dry time before the next storm hits. I just got done measuring this out, and my 12-foot tape measure goes down 10 feet. Yeah, 10 feet. And way down there where my shovels are, for about 1.5 feet, is a use layer, where I pulled out a lovely teal-colored embossed ink bottle. Probably the prettiest ink bottle I've ever dug. And 2 other ink bottles. Hardly worth mentioning, other than the fact that just ink bottles were there. Well, almost just. Oh, I forgot I got it on record. So anyway, I had to investigate noises in the garage back here, and the owner's worker guy was back there getting some materials, which was a good thing, because that way I didn't have to call 911 and all that good stuff. We just agreed on a 10% cut for me. Nah, just kidding. Anywho, so I'm going to go get my helper. I'm going to get this thing dug today, I hope. Or maybe I don't hope. I don't know. I hope it goes down another 5 feet. Well, not really. A couple of feet more wouldn't hurt, but 5 more feet. Yeah, let's rethink this. Well, it's day 5 at 414 North 5th Street in the epic ink hole, where we're just digging out the last corner. Or I shouldn't say we, 'cause I'm not in there. That's Sean doing all the digging now. And hopefully there's 1 pocket left of bottles down there. A green ink should be among them. Anyway, It's one of the weirdest shaped holes I've ever seen. Bulges inward in the middle, out at the ends, and then it flares out near the bottom, which is good, makes it bigger, but kind of hairy. Anyway, I think I'm going to be glad when this one's done. I can't usually say that. Usually I'm crying when they're done. This one I'll probably be laughing when it's done, because I'll be delirious by then. Well, here we have the essentials. Bottles, of course, number one. Number two, bug spray, mosquito spray, DEET 40. Keep those critters off. And a cell phone for emergencies. Although I can't think of any emergency that a cell phone would do a lot of good for, other than a broken utility line, and we are way below that level. Yeah, you need to call 911 on a hole like this. It's just to call the bone wagon, the coroner. Yeah, so optimistic. Well, these bottles are the remnants of what I have dubbed the ink hole. There were a few more inks that they were just common blah blah inks. These are the better ones. The cone inks, both of these cone inks are embossed Carters on the shoulder. And this, funny enough, was the newer hole to the same house that had the J.S. Mason Ponnold ink. So they were definite users and writers of the pen and ink. I'm guessing this pit was dated back to the 1880s. This bad boy, I mean, even if you don't like inks, what's not to like? You know, nice flared lip, nice monogram on there, great color, trademark. Ink collectors would know this one. Looks like two W's on either side of a who knows what. The only thing I can think of is Waterman's ink, but two W's? I don't know. And this great colored, nice funky green Carters on the shoulder. Great shape. Pretty color. I've got a small run of cone inks, and this one really stands out. And a Bixby ink, wherever you find inks. Well, and actually this is probably a shoe polish. Yeah, but what the heck, Bixby is Bixby. Shoe polish, paste, ink. You know, they probably interchanged some of this stuff, you know. Who knows? Bixby, what can I say? Same goes for the stoneware. P.J. Arnold. Born and Son near Denby, whatever. Near Derby? Denby? I never do get these right. They're cool. You know, hate to get into a writer's barroom brawl. Get smacked in the head with that sucker. Boy, oh boy. I think I'd rather take it in the head with a brick. Those babies are 10 pounds, it feels like. 5, maybe. Anyway, it was a fun dig. a weird dig. I had my buddy Sean digging with me, and strangest thing, it was like almost like an hourglass shape. Most holes like that, the walls have been collapsed or whatever, but I didn't notice that with this one. It was just shaped weird. For God only knows why. It was a little nerve-wracking though, because didn't know how sturdy or stable it was going to be, and it got down pretty deep. Anyway, ink bottles, you know. What do you collect? Well, I guess it's inks this week. Yeah, that's how it goes. Well, in typical fashion, I managed to forget probably the coolest ink of the bunch that I dug out of this hole. This one's in Covell's ink book. Covell with a C, not a K. And looks like it's got an early weird kind of Ponel mark on it. It's hard to tell. I mean, there's a chunk of glass there. But anyway, sadly it's badly cracked. I can't recall if there's any pieces missing on it. I don't think there are. I think it's all there. Funky little place to put your pen, and a cool little solid built-in knob to pick it up and move it around, and the darn thing's almost untippable. I mean, you'd have to pick it up and throw it to tip it over. Completely unembossed. No nothing, no anything, but Poneled came out of that ink pit. So yeah, you can see why I came back to tack this on at the end.